Hey, just want to do a quick chat on why Indigenous people globally are overrepresented in poverty, incarceration, substance abuse, unemployment, etc., etc. It really shits me that I know this and other people don't. Like, why isn't this talked about? In fact, it's not only not talked about, it's covered up. To say, we're all the same. I don't see colour. We're all equal. That's to place blame on the individual. So to say, if you have an Indigenous person, a group of Indigenous people who are not following society's rules, and to say we're all the same is to sort of say we're all given the same opportunities in the beginning, which we're not. So yeah, saying we're all the same is more racist than saying black and white people are different. And again, that's a cover up by society. It's the same as saying men and women are all the same. They're fucking not. Men might be more analytical, mathematical, physically stronger, but then women are more empathetic, understanding, patient, nurturing. We have different qualities. And the same as Indigenous people have different qualities. And so you've got the Indigenous mindset of being nomadic, which is to say you can't hoard possessions or wealth. You can't plan for the future. You live in the moment. And spiritual teachings all tell us to live in the moment. Eckhart Tolle is the power of now. It can't get any more obvious than that. So Indigenous people's mindset, and not everyone, this is a grey area. This isn't black and white, if you know what I mean. I was hit with the fucking Indigenous DNA. So I was brought up, I was told that I was lazy and fucking, I had no purpose. I argued with everyone because I didn't understand what everyone was doing. But I've realised in the last few years why that is. And it was that I got hit with the Indigenous nomadic fucking DNA. So you got intergenerational trauma. Everyone understands that, but it's intergenerational everything. So an Indigenous person has 80,000 years of fucking programming up here that tells them not to desire things, that tells them to share, that tells them to live in the moment and only take what you need. And yet we have this farming mentality that's come in and set up all of society that isn't based around taking what you need. It's about making as much as you can in order for profit, to exploit other people. When we started farming, we lost the ability to be nomadic because you had to stay in the one spot in order to grow for a profit. And so it totally contradicts the Indigenous DNA mindset. We don't desire possessions or wealth or status. We don't really fear consequences. We don't have the ability for long-term planning, and society is completely set up on that. You got to save money for your car rego or your house deposit or even rent or something. I mean, there's a joke in Australia, it's pretty common, where if you can't keep blackfellas in a job because they get paid and then they fucking disappear for 3 weeks. And it's because they don't have that desire for more wealth. They don't have the long-term planning type thing. So if the government wanted to fucking help, they'd set it up more like fruit picking. For every bucket you bring, you get $5. That'd keep blackfellas in a job. But you want them to work all week and they're getting nothing that they can see for it, and then suddenly they get a big lump of money. It just doesn't work with their mindset. And you call it racist, call it whatever the fuck you like, I don't care, because this is the fucking truth. And yeah, to say we're all the same is to place individual blame on people. So that's about it. Capitalism in society just doesn't gel with the Indigenous nomadic mentality. That's all there is to it. Bye.